What's on your mind?
For a long time, I thought power looked like people who can fight, boxers, MMA fighters, people trained to use violence, military personnel, famous athletes because of their notoriety, the musicians, actors, people that had fame or clout. If someone could hurt you, if they are feared, if they're admired, if they have millions of followers following them, the crowd or the world chanted their name, I thought that was power. But over time I realized something deeper. That wasn't power, that was proximity to power. When I talk about power, I'm just going to be talking about my opinion and also a small snippet of power, because I know that power has various facets, various sides to it. So if I was to go personally, I used to believe that, for example, MMA fighters or boxers or martial artists, they are disciplined, they are dangerous, they deserve respect. But here's the uncomfortable question. Who owns the promotion? Who controls the contracts? Who decides when they fight, who they fight, and how much they earn? The fighter risks their body, the fighter carries the damage, the fighter shortens their career, but the structure profits. So I had to ask myself, is the person throwing the punches powerful, or is it the one who owns the show? Then my mind shifted to military personnel. Then I thought about their courage, their sacrifice, their discipline, their real service. But even the most highly trained personnel does not choose the wars that they go to. Orders come from above. Decisions are made elsewhere. A person with a weapon is not powerful if another person decides when it can be used. That doesn't diminish their honor, but it simply shows that power exists above force. Moving on to athletes within team sports such as football, basketball, American football, etc. so forth. Athletes are fast, strong and celebrated, but there's a phrase repeated in every dressing room, at every press conference, every contract negotiation, and it goes like this: no one player is bigger than the club. Now, on the surface, it sounds like humility, like teamwork, but sit with it long enough and it becomes something else. It means the institution survives without the player. The badge remains when the player is gone. The system replaces the player. When form drops, age arrives, injuries happen, and the club continues. The realization is sobering. No matter how talented you are dispensable within the system. The body is powerful, but ownership decides its value. Individual sports, sports such as tennis, athletics, golf, boxing, combat sports, as previously stated, these athletes have more autonomy. They can choose their coaches, they can build personal brands, they can negotiate more directly, but even here, they are not fully free. They still have to answer to governing bodies, promoters, sponsors, media narratives. So yes, individual athletes have more leverage, but the system still holds the final authority. Musicians and actors, the same pattern appears in music and film. Musicians can sell out arenas, actors can be recognized worldwide, but many do not own their masters, their image, their narrative, or their distribution. A record label decides what gets pushed, a studio decides what gets funded, and a platform decides what gets seen. Fame may look like power until the contract is read closely. The spotlight is bright, but it does not belong to the one standing in it. So it hit me, my realization. Power isn't loud. It doesn't shout. It doesn't threaten. Real power is quiet. You might not see it, you might not feel it, but the moment you cross it, you realize it was always there. Power doesn't announce itself, it waits. So what is power? In my opinion, power is ownership, not performance. Decision making, not obedience. Influence without violence, or control violence that doesn't lead back to the power that authorized it. Control without noise. Power may not look impressive, but it shapes outcomes. The most powerful people in the world are often unseen. I no longer believe power is about how hard you can hit or how many people chant your name. Because if someone else controls your income, your platform, your direction, then no matter how talented or admired you are operating inside their system. Power isn't about who performs, it's who decides what gets performed at all. But what do I know? I'm just a cartoon.